Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be continuing with the mix of the song Wall of Fame. This is going to be part 3, and in this session today we're going to look at the second main guitar, which is the guitar which is panned to the right. We'll look at the processing and then also look at the two-bus and switch on a couple of compressors, set up the two-bus at this stage, and we'll be good to go from there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so from the last video, what we looked at was the left guitar here. It was panned to the center. I'll just play you a short piece in a moment, and we added some compression. Actually, this EQ, which was here, I've moved over to this this guitar sum auxiliary track, because actually the left-hand guitar, the right-hand guitar, want to be using the same processing for now for both guitars. So I've moved it onto this track here. Added a little bit of effects and the studio reverb. So let's just remind ourselves what that sounds like. Again, it's panned to the middle, so finally it'll be panned to the left hand side. So let me just play. Okay, so what we're going to work on next is the right hand guitar. So we'll put that into solo, center this channel, and I'm just going to copy over the same compressor setting, the same effects setting, and the same studio setting, and we'll just play that. But because it's the same guitar, recorded the same way, recorded on the same day by the same musician, for now we're just going to keep those settings exactly the same as the left hand guitar. So let's just listen. Okay, so I mean, I think that sounds fine. Now, if we listen to both of them, so I'm going to pan right guitar to the right, left guitar to the left, switch them both on. Let's see what they sound like together. Obviously, we'll get a very different feel because this is stereo. Okay, let's play. Okay, good. So we can hear now there's one guitar playing in the left, one guitar playing in the right. So I think the final thing to do on this, I just want to pull out just a little bit of the plucking of the guitar, that guitar sound. So I know that it sits around about 8 kilohertz. So so this is the EQ from the last session. So we're rolling off some low end, but just to keep things separate, we're going to use this EQ, and you can see boosted anyway just over 8 kilohertz, 6.1 decibels, and you'll hear with this switched off and then on. I'll bypass and put it back in. You can hear the effect that this EQ is having on both guitars, because this EQ is being applied to both guitars. Okay, so let's have a listen. This is without. Okay, so I think you'll agree that it sounds much better with just anyway 6 decibels at or 6 decibels of 8 kilohertz. Q is anyway a little narrow, 2.24. And forgot to mention, if you do like this video and if you do like following this mix, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing some more parts until we finish mixing this whole track, and finally I will do a video on the mastering. Okay, so next let's take a look at the 2-bus. So at the moment there's nothing. Let me move the 2-bus over here next to the guitars. There we go. So as you can see, there's nothing being processed on the 2-bus. So I've got a kind of a standard setup for the for my 2-bus. So let me just make everything active, and then I'll go through everything one by one, and we'll adjust the compression for the first compressor, second compressor, and that'll pretty much be it. The other three I've just got standard settings for, and we'll switch them in one by one. And it's quite difficult to hear the effect that the compressor has, especially when there's only 2 instruments going through there. It becomes more apparent when there are more instruments going into the 2-bus. Okay, so the first compressor in my chain is the Drauma Intelligent Master Processor. This is the compressor which comes with Focusrite, the 2i2. So it's a part of the soft tube bundle that comes with the Focusrite. I like this. I like this compressor. I put it onto gentle compression, and I basically adjust it so that it's just peaking 0.5, 1 decibel at maximum. Okay, next in the chain I've got the Waves SSLG Master Bus. Attack always on maximum, and the release set to auto. The threshold then I adjust so that we're just hitting around about 3 decibels of compression. Okay, next in the chain I've got the an ozone harmonic exciter, distortion being added here. Next in the chain, Pultec Smiley Face EQ, 100 hertz being boosted about 1.5 decibels, and 12 kilohertz being boosted again about 1.5. So that gives a nice kind of rounded tone from the start of every mix. And then the last in the chain, I use this Waves Abbey Road TG mastering plugin. Open the mix width 1.4, 1.5. I think I've usually got it on 1.4. And so this is a mid-side EQ. So the sides, we've got the setting here 8.1 kilohertz, and just adding 1.3 decibels. So that's just to give the sides a little bit of air, a little bit of high frequency content. Okay, so what we're going to do is first of all set up the 2 compressors. So switch those off, switch the Drauma on, and as I play it, I'm just going to adjust the input so that I'm not driving the compressor too hard. We're just looking for 0.5 decibels of compression, 1 at any peak. So let me just play that and adjust it. So anyway, I hope you heard, or at least you can see these LEDs dancing about here. They were peaking, some of the notes were hitting the 1 decibel level. So again, I'm happy with this setting. So next we'll take a look at the SSL. So again, we'll start from the same point and I'll adjust the threshold so that we're compressing by about 3 decibels here. We want the needle just to be moving up and down from that level. Okay, so let me play it and adjust the threshold. Okay, great. So what I did there was anyway adjusted the threshold so that we were just, again, dancing around that 3 decibel level, and then I just adjusted the makeup gain so that when I was bypassing and unbypassing, that the level basically stayed the same. So it's easy then, or it's easier to judge when music is being played at the same volume. Okay, next in the chain is the exciter, and again I'll just play with and without, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the subtle difference that that this plugin is making to the guitar sounds. So let's just start. Okay, so I'm listening through a really good set of headphones, and I can hear that the guitars are really kind of opening. The sound is really open with this exciter playing. I think maybe it's just set a little bit high, so I'll bring those down just a touch. I don't want to kind of overcook it. It's nice just to have that little bit of harmonic distortion across the 2 bus. Okay, next in the chain, smiley face EQ, 100 Hertz, 1.5 decibels, 12 kilohertz, 1.5 decibels. Again, I will play the song and switch it in and out. Okay, so again, this plugin is having a very subtle effect on the mix. You can just hear, especially some of the right-hand guitar, some of the lower notes. You can just hear a little bit more clearly with this plugin engaged. Again, you saw me just adjust the output gain there to match the levels between bypass and unbypassed. Okay, and last but not least, this is the 8.1 kilohertz, 1.3 decibel boost for the sides, and just opening the stereo width just a little bit. So what's good about this kind of stereo widener is that you get just a little bit of what's going into the right hand channel into the left hand. We're not hugely affecting the sound here. In fact, what I will do as we play this towards the end, I'll spread it right out. I've never done that actually, so it will be interesting to hear how wide or how affected the sound will be. So anyway, let's play it in bypass, and then I'll pull it in as the song is playing. Okay. Okay, so anyway, you saw I pushed the spreader right out there to 5. Let's pull it back in. It was too wide for my taste. And hopefully you could hear anyway that the guitar sounds were just moving out a little bit, and maybe you could hear that 8 kilohertz boost just to the far edges of the mix. Okay, so I think that's it for today's session. Next time we're going to be continuing with the guitars. We've got the guitar solo and some left and right parts just to mix in with the main guitars. Okay, see you again soon.